What is up, guys? It's your favorite YouTuber of all time, and coincidentally the most handsome one that you're subscribed to, TheJongasm. I am back with another cartoon conspiracy, you know, those things that have caused me to get to over 1,000 subscribers. Round of applause for me. Thank you very much. The show that I'm talking about today is my favorite cartoon from my childhood, Courage the Cowardly Dog. There's quite a few theories on Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm not going to say all of them are good. Some of them are actually balls terrible. But I'm going to give you my two favorites, starting with the second, then going to the first. Here we go. If for some reason you aren't familiar with Courage the Cowardly Dog, there might be something wrong with you in the head. But I will explain to you the gist of the show right now. The show was about a dog named Courage who is purple for some reason that lives on an old rundown farm with his two owners, Eustace and Muriel. Eustace is the old man. He's kind of an old stubborn asshole, that very stereotypical angry grandpa. Muriel is the very stereotypical grandma who's overly nurturing, who loves Courage more than anything, and is always defending him from Eustace. The farm that Courage and his two owners live on is in the middle of a town called Nowhere. So the middle of nowhere. That's the joke. For some reason, a lot of creepy things tend to happen on this farm, and I'm going to explain why. According to this theory, Nowhere represents hell, Eustace represents Hades, and Muriel, the grandma, represents humanity. And Courage, our wonderful dog, represents the three-headed dog named Cerberus, the guard of hell. Let me say right here that this theory follows Greek mythology, and despite me enjoying Greek mythology, I don't really know that much about it, so if there are flaws in this theory, it is not my fault. I didn't come up with it, as usual. So if there is a flaw, let me know, but just don't be a dick about it. Now, the reason Muriel represents humanity is because she is always unknowing to the horrible things that are potentially harming the farm in Nowhere. It's seen in almost every episode that Eustace, who represents Hades, is always sitting in his chair, which represents Hades' throne. More often than Muriel, but not all the time, Eustace becomes aware of these evil, creepy things that are happening around the farm. It is times like these when Eustace knows that Courage is not doing his job as the guard dog. Courage is not letting these monsters escape hell, but he is putting Muriel in harm's way, which is why Eustace is constantly criticizing him or punishing him. Muriel, although she is in danger sometimes, is not always aware of when this is happening, just like humanity. Although Muriel is always unknowing and never actually harmed, putting her in harm's way is the reason for Courage's criticism and punishment from Eustace. So to sum it all up without using the characters' names, Cerberus is not doing his job in protecting humanity from the monsters of hell, which is why Hades is always pissed off at him and punishing him. End of first theory. There you go. Now this next theory is my favorite theory from every theory I have looked up so far. The theory is this: Courage the Cowardly Dog is just a normal dog living on a farm with old people. The monsters that he sees are just normal people from a dog's perspective. And if you've ever owned a dog, you know that those things freak out at everything. According to this theory, the farm is not actually located in the middle of nowhere. Eustace and Muriel are just too old and fragile to take Courage for walks, so he's only aware of what is on their property. The theory basically states that the reason that Eustace and Muriel never are actually aware of when they're in danger is because they never are in danger. They're just watching their dog run around and freak out at nothing. Because that's what dogs do. Because they're kind of dumb. I've been watching Courage the Cowardly Dog a lot lately because of all the episodes being added onto Netflix, so I do have my own theories on quite a few episodes. If you guys would like to hear those, comment down below. But despite having my own theories of what's going on in a lot of these episodes, I will give you guys a theory that is very popular on the internet about what's going on in a specific episode from the dog's perspective. There's an episode that shows from Courage's perspective, Muriel getting kidnapped by a giant talking vulture. It's later revealed in the episode that the only reason the vulture kidnapped Muriel was so she could babysit her kids while she went on vacation down to Florida to meet her potential boyfriend. So in reality, it isn't Muriel being kidnapped by a giant bird. Instead, it's Muriel being coerced by a neighbor into babysitting her kids. Your mind was blown, right? Yeah, I think so. Now the reason that second theory isn't very long is because to actually go into detail, I need to be listing a bunch of examples from several different episodes. To save you guys time, I'm not going to be doing that in this video, But if you do want to see that, make sure you comment down below and telling me, and I'll start my own little mini-series based off of this series. But yeah, to wrap this up, those are basically my 2 favorite theories based on my favorite childhood show. Now there are a lot of other theories that you guys can Google and look up for yourself. Maybe comment down below which theories are your favorite, but I think most of the other ones suck. But now I'm going to make a deal with you guys like I did in my last episode of From John with Love. If this video gets 50 likes by Sunday, I will spend my entire Sunday making another cartoon conspiracy theory for you guys. Sound like a deal? That way you guys don't gotta wait until next weekend. And that theory will be about whatever cartoon gets voted up the most in the comment section down below. So instead of commenting a bunch of times for the same show, if you guys see a comment for the show that you want, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. So we got a deal? Good. I'm excited. As usual, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and especially like this video because, you know, that deal we just made. And if you guys want to be super fans, make sure you like my Facebook page or follow me on Twitter. Thank you guys again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you Sunday. Stay fresh.